This video will show you how to create volumes from pavement and also topsoil place. In this model file we have our running carriageway, which is 4 meters wide, and we have a footpath subassembly on either side of the running carriageway. We also have an earthwork subassembly on the outside of the footpath. The first thing I'm going to do is I'm going to select one of the section views. After selecting one of the section views, I am then going to go to Compute Materials. Now within this file I already have a material assigned to the sections. So in here, once you select Compute Materials, you have to tell the software what alignment and what sample line group you want to assign the material to. And in this case I only have one alignment and I only have one sample line group. Click OK, and in here you can already see that there is a material already assigned, and that is the proposed v existing, which I've shown you how to do in a previous video. To add in a new criteria, we just go down to the bottom right hand corner and we have import another criteria. Selecting this import another criteria, we get this dialog box appearing, and we can choose from different types of takeoffs that we can have. I'm just going to select the road construction and go OK. Now in here, what you can do is for all of the different makeup of your assembly here, you can assign it to these different rows we have. For our surface, we can choose pavement 1. For a diameter, we can choose pavement 2, subbase, then subbase, and so on. Now I want to get the pavement 1, which would be your surface course, and I want to get the footpath, and I also want to get this earthwork place. Now I can see from the drop down here that I have no subassembly definition here that represents this earthwork subassembly. The reason being is that this subassembly that I have assigned in the assembly doesn't support volumes within the section view. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to modify this subassembly that I have in here. I'm going to select the two subassemblies and I'm going to delete them out. So I select the two subassemblies for the earthwork and I just press the delete key on the keyboard. I then go and navigate to my tool palettes, which is just select your assembly marker and go up to your tool palettes. Up here then I'm just going to add in the earthwork subassembly, and I'm going to do that from the UKI design tab. Scroll down and I can see earthwork, and I'm just going to place it to the node at the back of the footpath on both sides. Now once I've done this, I have to rebuild the corridor, and I also have to assign the earthwork targets to the corridor. If I rebuild this right now, it won't show any earthworks lines in here because I also need to target or tell the surface what it's going to be targeting to. So I'm just going to show you, I'm going to just rebuild it first. So I've selected the corridor and select rebuild corridor. You will see now that the earthworks line will just disappear, and I just need to retarget and tell the software that this corridor will target to the existing ground. So I've left click on the corridor, I select edit targets, and then I select the corridor. Selecting the corridor, I can see both my earthworks up here are targeting to nothing, and I'm just going to click on this top row here which says click here to set all, and I want to set this all to the existing ground. So that's my earthwork subassemblies will be targeting to the existing ground. I go OK, and you can see it reappears. And now I'm just going to go back up to my sections again. And I am just going to try this again, select my assembly or my section view. I'm then going to go up to Compute Materials, which is under the Launchpad panel, under the contextual ribbon. Select Compute Materials, make sure the right alignment and sample line group is selected. Go OK. And then in here, I'm going to import another criteria. I'm just going to select the road construction and go OK. In here, I'm just going to tell the software that for this band here, which will have surface in it, I'm going to put my my pavement 1 in there. So that'll be my surface course. And then we say that's all I want to get quantities from my pavement. Then I want to get quantities for the footpath. So with the binder there, I'm just going to change that to the footpath. And then we'll just say for the base, I'm going to change that to, now it says soil, which should be topsoil. It's just an error. So that's going to be my topsoil. What I'm going to do now is I'm just going to take a snip of this so I can remember which one the base corresponds with, the binder and the surface. Getting my snipping tool, I'm just going to take a snip of this and I can refer to it again once my quantities are produced. Go OK. And now this warning has come up saying that not all cells are assigned a parameter. Just go OK. And what we can do is we can rename this. I'm just going to rename it. So I'm going to double click on it and maybe just call it pavement. Ooh, a second now. No. Pavement and topsoil, I'll just say. And go OK. Now that new material has been added to the section views, and I just select one of the section views once again and go to Generate Volume Report. In here, again, you need to make sure that the right alignment is selected, the right sample line group is selected, and then your select material, we're just going to use the pavement and topsoil one that we just have to create. Then we will need to change our style sheet. It won't be an earthwork XSL, it will be the select material. Click on the select material, go open and go OK. Again, just go yes to the scripts and you'll see a breakdown at every change, how much surface, binder and base. So at the very end, then we have our surface, which is our pavement 1, so that's our surface course, and we can see a total there, just going up to the very top. So yeah, so we have a total volume there of 587.31, and you can see that it's a constant meter square at each interval, which is correct. The binder then, so remember our binder, just from this snip that we have here, the binder is our footpath. So the volume of our footpath, the volume material in there is 1174. And then our topsoil place, which was under base, that is 2449. And that's how you work out the quantities of different makeups of your assembly.